Dragon Ball Z, The Lost Episode. Narrated by me, Scott from Exuberant Knack. I recommend you read the story while I narrate it for maximum enjoyment. Furthermore, do utilize headphones. Thank you and enjoy. So I really love Dragon Ball Z, and I try to see all of the episodes. I was real busy in real life, so I didn't get to see the last few episodes. Since I was gonna buy the DVDs for the uncensored version anyway, I thought I'd go buy it now. Anyway, when I got it, I put it in my DVD player as soon as I got home. I knew there were only 98 episodes. The last episode was called Peace for the Future. The spirit of Goku is forever. I knew that was the episode that wasn't on TV or on the Nicktoons site. That's another reason why I bought the DVDs. After I saw the episode, I was just about to pop the DVD out when the intro came on again. I could have sworn that was the last episode. Since I was very curious about this lost episode, for which I'll call it for now, I decided to watch. Seeing as there was no next episode thingy at the end of episode 98, I figured it had to be a lost one. The lost episode intro ended and the title card came up. It was like the Saiyan Saga card and the title was Gohan's suicide. I was slightly confused at this point, seeing that Gohan wouldn't commit suicide. Or would he? The episode started off at the Sun House. Shishi yelling at Gohan to study. Normally Gohan didn't really care about studying when he could, but this time he was very annoyed at studying. This was a few days after the defeat of Cell, and Gohan wanted a break from studying and fighting. He'd go up to see Piccolo now and again. Then Shishi was yelling at him, screaming, "If it weren't for you, Goku would be here. You should have fought Cell when your father told you to. I wish I'd never had you." Gohan was ticked. He knew Shishi was pregnant with his sister/brother. He would have smacked her if she wasn't. He wasn't gonna kill another family member. He already knew what he did, and didn't want his mother reminding him. He screamed, "Fine, if you don't want me, I'm going to live with Piccolo. He's a better parent than you or my father. At least he's around when I need him. Not dead." Okay, he was dead that one time, but he protected me. He grabbed his stuff and flew to the lookout where Piccolo lived. When he got there, Piccolo asks, "What are you doing here?" Gohan was crying at this point. He didn't say anything. Piccolo knew what happened since he'd been watching Gohan from there. Piccolo was hugging Gohan. Gohan said, "Why did he have to die? I can't take care of my mom and my baby sibling all by myself." Piccolo said, "Gohan, you're strong. I know that. I've trained you to be as strong as possible." I wanted to turn off the TV at this point, but something stopped me. I had to keep watching. After Piccolo said that, the screen cut to black for about 10 seconds. Then when it came back on, the scene was again at the Sun House. Gohan had to go back home only till his sibling was born, then he'd take it and live with Piccolo, but it didn't turn out like that. Again Gohan was getting screaming at by Shishi. This time Gohan stormed out of there and straight to the lookout again. Only because Piccolo understands him, he's kind of like an uncle. This time he was gonna stay there. Gohan was hiding in one of the spare rooms, and was crying and sobbing non-stop. Each sob was getting louder. I was in luck I was home alone at this point. Seeing that if someone else was watching this with me, they'd turn it off. By now Piccolo came into the room where Gohan was. He tried calming him down, but Gohan was still there crying. It was like a baby's crying. Then Gohan was just silently crying uncontrollably. Piccolo was still trying to calm him down. Seeing as he knew what was going on, he didn't say anything to Gohan now. Now Piccolo was just rubbing his back. At this point I was crying. I knew what he went through at this point, and I started crying too. I was sad that this happened to him. Even though this is just fiction, I still cried with him. Like the time Vegeta died on Namek. I almost cried then. Now I'm crying for Gohan. By now Gohan had fallen asleep, and Piccolo stopped rubbing his back. He went to get a blanket to put on Gohan. When Piccolo came back with a blanket, Gohan was gone. He dropped it, and flew out of there trying to find Gohan. He couldn't sense his power level. He sent him a message telepathy. He said, "Gohan, where are you? I know your mom is being mean to you, but you don't have to run away. I'm here for you. I'll take care of you. I don't want to lose you. Gohan, you were the first friend I ever had. You were the one who made me who I am. If I never met you, I'd still be evil. Gohan, please come back. I'm sure your father." Gohan interrupted him and said, "Don't you even mention my father. He thinks he's doing a good job by staying dead. He hurt me badly. We can't wish him back. I have to end it." Piccolo said, "Gohan, if you're gonna do what I think you're doing, don't. There are a lot of people who care about you. Krillin, Bulma, Dend, your mom, Baby Trunks, Vegeta, and me. Yeah, Vegeta have his pride, but he really does care about you. Den's visiting his family. Don't you think he'll want to see you when you get back? I have my pride too, but I still love you like you were my own kid. Please Gohan, listen to me." Piccolo went to where Gohan was, but he was too late. Gohan had hung himself. He could have just blasted himself, but he wanted proof he did it to himself. Piccolo started crying at this point. He said, "Gohan, you will be forever missed." The screen again cut to black for 20-30 seconds. I was crying again at this point. When the scene came back on, everyone was in the sun's front yard. She had just buried Gohan's body. She was crying, and Ox King was hugging her. Everyone else was crying except Vegeta and Piccolo. Baby Trunks was crying also, or was he crying about something else? Piccolo was holding back, and didn't want to cry in front of everyone, but Vegeta on the other hand didn't want to cry. Vegeta did cry already at home. Vegeta actually came to love the half-breed. During that 3-year training he was sparring with Gohan a little bit, and came to love the kid. He never said anything though. That's the main reason why he wanted a kid, mostly a boy. The tombstone said, R.I.P. Son Gohan, the son of Son Goku, Shishi. Strong fighter, and a very smart boy. Older brother to a sibling he'll never meet. Vegeta and Piccolo decided to leave before anyone else. Neither of them spoke a word. Then the screen went black for 5 seconds, and there was a note saying, R.I.P. Son Gohan, forever missed, never forgotten. After that the ending song came one. You know, life your life like a Kamehameha, give your all, don't ever give up. I was still crying. Seeing that the song was opposite the mood of the episode. There was a next episode preview. It said, next time on Dragon Ball Z, the battle turns for the worst. Cell attacks Android 18. Goku said, I won't let you have her, Cell. Krillin said. At this point the screen went to the main menu. I was pretty ticked off at this point, because that next episode blimp was for episode 79, like 20 episodes before this supposed lost episode. I looked at the plastic I ripped off the box. It was a pre-owned DVD. That's why it was so cheap. Some idiot went into this DVD and made a copy of the episode and changed it. I took the DVD out of the DVD player, put it back in the case. I hid it. That was the last time I'm watching that DVD. Luckily I bought the other DVDs also. They weren't pre-owned. I swear I didn't buy a pre-owned. Well, I just remember my cousin got this for me. Well, I'll get my revenge on her soon, but never again I am gonna watch this episode. I should have told her to watch it, but I'm not that mean. Anyway, I don't want to start her off with this episode. Moral of the story, never buy a pre-owned DVD from Walmart.